Hello, and welcome to the first installment of Behind the Music. I'm Lee DeLugos, and in this series, we'll be going through each of my albums, recapping the era, recapping the track list, and I'm going to be telling you different stories about the songs, explaining the song, and overall going through it and giving some inside information. Not like I have any, but giving the background, basically. This is the first episode, so the way that we will be doing this, I may as well tell you, is we're going to break it up into a few sections. So we're going to go through the track list first and explain each song, explain different things about it. Then we're going to go into the era in itself and go into the singles and why I chose each single and etc. So stick around, and if you haven't subscribed already, feel free. And if you haven't listened to this album, there will be a link in the description for you to listen to it for free. So go ahead and do that if you wish. Let's move on to the first track, which is the title track of the album, The Glitch Experience. Now, I remember this song was one of my favorites, I believe, at the time. It was really upbeat, and I figured it would be a great way to have the title track be the opener for the album. So that's what happened. And it's just a fun dance song, really. It has kind of some techno elements. My concept for this song was, you were going aboard a glitch train, or a train, I guess. And this is the first stop that you get on at. And by the last track, Glare, there's a message at the end that says, thank you for going on the Glitch Experience train. So that was my concept. And yeah, I think that was successful. This was close to being a single at one time, I do remember. I probably recorded it around early 2017. As most of these songs were recorded around then. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about this song. It's really fun. It's still, I think, a great opener to the album. Track number 2 is Travel the Earth, which was the lead single to this album. And this song is about kind of like a friendship or a relationship, any way you want to interpret it, that is broken, but you really still want the relationship, the bond to be there. And, that's from the lyrics. We could be the ones who travel the earth. Run back to me. I think you thought you broke me. I see who you are and I see what you need, but I'm not the one who's making you free. So it's kind of also about self-doubt. It's kind of about how people can sometimes break your spirits. This has more of I'd say trippy element to it. It's still very techno pop, but it's not as fast as the Glitch Experience, and it kind of starts out more slow. And this is one of the only songs I use a higher vocal range because I don't really have one anymore, which is annoying, but it is what it is. It's quite a long song. A lot of the songs in this album are very long, and I tend to not really do that anymore. This song's over 5.5 minutes long, literally 5 minutes and 31 seconds. This one is pretty much the most known song on this album, as it was the lead single, so it was my first ever song released, technically. It was on this album, it's on my YouTube channel, or my other YouTube channel, I should say, on Chapter 1 as well, and it's been performed on quite a few of my tours. Track number 3 is Control, and this is one of my favorites. It has been for a while. I remember at the time it was released, I didn't really listen to it that much, and I don't think I paid much attention to it. It's never been performed before, but it's one of my favorites. I really like the production, and I like my vocals. So this song is about, as you could probably tell, controlling people or people who are getting manipulated, and you're the person who's watching this happen, and you want to intervene, but you can't. The lyrics, there's a negative attitude coming towards you. There's not a lot of lyrical background with this song, because at the time I think I was trying to focus on the production more than the lyrics for this specific song. That's basically what this song is about. Track number 4, You're Going Crazy for Them album mix, because there are 2 different versions. There's the single mix, because this was the second single released from the album, which is also on my YouTube channel. It was also on Chapter 1. I believe it's been performed at one of my tours. I can't remember exactly which one, but I know it has been performed before. But this is also similar about how you get caught up in your mind in a specific person and how that can be annoying to certain people. I wrote the song in the perspective of the person who is watching you going crazy for someone. Yeah, this is definitely more of a kind of R&B kind of vibe, I'd say. Still very pop, but also has that kind of different route about it. It's kind of more like flowy. It's not as like danceable, but still danceable, but not as much as the previous few songs. This is the second single. I released it because I thought it sounded quite commercial. I don't know why I was releasing commercial songs because, let's be honest, at this time I wasn't going to be trying to promote my music to radios as much as I would do now. This song I still really like, and I'm glad I chose it as a single. Track number 5 is Broken Promises. This kind of has also like a R&B kind of vibe with the drums, but I'd say it is more of like a pop kind of feel to it rather than that. The little like sample in the back is like my cousin, he was talking and I like sampled it really quickly because we were basically like just messing around, and I turned this into like a song that I actually really liked. Basically, it's kind of, this is like the rival song. This is you finally going up against the person who you've been trying to have someone get away from or someone stray away from. I say you are my biggest threat. I don't think you want to test me right now, but I'm blaming everything on you. So, because when I was writing these songs, sometimes I'd get really like annoyed, or I could just vision myself like going up to someone and that I don't like, or just like imagining someone doing that. And it's just kind of, that's where I was feeling this from. This was the 4th single. It wasn't really announced anywhere, and it wasn't put on Chapter 1 because I didn't really make it that much of a like promoted single. I just released it kind of for the sake of releasing it. Yeah, I released it like legit a couple of days before Memories. So I just moved on from the Good Experience era and went into the Dark Moon era. Track number 6, If I Were You, and this is 6 minutes long. It's almost, I guess, the longest song on the album. It's more of a pop song than the previous two. It opens with like cymbals and once again me going just out to town on those samples of me just going whoa, 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 and that high pitched noise that I'm pretty sure again one of my cousins made because I used to just play around on GarageBand and stuff, and I'd save all these different samples. So I say in the song, I got a taste of what it would be like to be you. And that's basically just summarizing what this song is about. It's not really about like manipulation. It's not about anything like that. It's really just about putting yourself into this kind of fantasy situation and being like, you know what, this is what it's like, or this is what it would feel like if I were you. So that's the inspiration for that song. It sounds kind of like head on, but like it's true. Track number 7, we've got One Chance. Now, this song is actually quite underrated. I know that might sound a bit weird coming from the artist itself, but it is kind of underrated. Like, I genuinely don't even myself talk about this one that much. I remember what it sounds like, and I remember really liking it. I like the melody. I'm pretty sure at one point it was in competition for the 3rd single, but yeah. So this song is about how you have one chance, you only have one chance in life to go ahead and make things right, and specifically this song was about making a friendship right in just one chance, and if that can't happen then you would never be friends. This has more like a dreamy pop techno kind of vibe than the other songs. I have this like little melody that's like, we've only got one chance, whoa, whoa, that I really like in this song. That always sticks out to me whenever I think of this song, if I ever do, you know. But yeah, that's basically that. Track number 8 is Disco Heart, and I know this is my friend Sam Willand. He has his own music, so go check him out. I think this is one of his favorite songs from this album. He actually referenced it in Get Up. I was really like surprised he did that, and I'm really thankful for him to do that, so thank you, Sam. But this was legit. I called it Disco Heart because I wanted to go on and make like a disco song, and I think I made it like a very funky kind of song with that guitar. Really, this song is about how music can change your feelings. I call it Disco Heart because if you're upset, you can feel like you're really upset. And sometimes music is the way that people help each other. And as Madonna says, music makes people come together. This is the kind of vibe I was going for, like disco heart, disco mind, turn it into music and it makes good rhymes. That's the kind of vibe I was going for. I wish I made this a single. I think it would have been a better option than a couple of the songs that I chose. I'm definitely going to have to revisit this song at some point. Track number 9, Mind Turning Grey, was the 3rd single from the album. It was kind of like a surprise kind of release. Like I didn't plan it. I just decided in the moment to release it. This is, I believe, the shortest song on the album, at 3 minutes and 35 seconds, which is still kind of like an average song length. This is essentially what you would get from the title, how feeling upset and just having a kind of really meh kind of feeling, like mind turning grey, like your mind is basically just broken at that point. And that's where I got the inspiration from the song for. I still love at the end that little like deep voice that goes, and our mind is turning to grey. I just love that. Like, I love it so much. And yeah, I think I loved it that much at the time that I made it the single. But once again, this has like a disco kind of pop vibe. Track number 10, Fading Away From Me, was going to be a single, I think, before I put the album together and decided that it wasn't. This is, as you would expect from the title, someone fading away from you, like you used to be really close with them and now you aren't anymore. As I say, can we be special, please? I know that we haven't been this close. And yeah, I still love that kind of thing I have. I didn't produce this song. Once again, I don't remember who produced it. I know they were from Gaga Daily, so by any chance, if you did produce a song, if you feel to message me, feel free to comment on this video, and I would love to like give you some credit because you deserve it, because the production of this song is amazing. But it goes into like a bop and then goes into like kind of a, I guess you could say, power ballad kind of feel during the chorus or the pre-chorus. Track number 11 is People of the World. And this was very different for the rest of the album. It's the only one that's about problems that we face in the world. Obviously, I recorded this in 2017, and that was the start of, you know, certain people being put into control of countries, I'll put it that way. And I was just really inspired, me being like, I don't know, 13 at the time. I was very like, yes, let's all change. So at the time, this was kind of like my Heal the World, you know, by like Michael Jackson and stuff like that. Which, looking back at it now, it's cute. I've never really referenced this one either. It's kind of like We've Got One Chance. It's very like, it's there. It has kind of like a traditional, like Chinese traditional kind of production, but it also has this like very like pop structure and pop tempo to it, which, I don't know, I just thought it was kind of cute to combine them. I thought it was fun at the time. But yeah, I've never performed this one live. I don't know. Maybe I should relook, maybe I should like go back on that one at some point. I don't know. Track number 12, Do You Know What It Feels Like, Lost Without You, was a promo single released after Travel the Earth. This is a personal ballad to me about my experience with my grandma who passed away a couple months before I recorded this song, and I still, obviously, my family still misses her. She was such an inspiration to all of us, and she was such a fighter, and she always kept going. And I was very inspired, and I still am inspired by her. And at the time I made this song to cope with the loss, because that's how I cope a lot of the time. Music is my way of coping, as it is to a lot of people. And yeah, that's what it was. I decided to release it as a promo single because I love the message so much, and not many people know the song. It's just piano and vocals. I probably could have recorded it better at the time. I will admit that. It's like not a favorite. Lyrically, it is one of them, but production-wise, not really. But it is a really nice song, and I love it a lot. Track number 13 is Glare, and this, if you don't listen to it, you may notice it's 11 minutes long. And the first part of the song is 4.5 minutes, and it's a cappella only. And Glare is about the final goodbye to this person that you think you've just lost. I say, I bid my last goodbye, and that's how I fade out. I'm like, I bid my last goodbye, I bid my last goodbye. So yeah. And I have like the vinyl crackle, because vinyl is amazing. It's my favorite format of music ever. And as it was my first album, I wanted it to kind of end that way. And then there's a few minutes of silence, and it goes into a hidden track produced by the same person that produced Fading Away From Me, of the same name. It's actually the Glare demo, and it was legit a demo, and I was just like, you know what, I want a hidden track, let's include it on there. But the two have very different meanings. The hidden track demo version is about love. It's actually about, I say, it started with everything new and my heart skipped a beat, and then you turned around and I saw the glare in your eyes, I'm in love with you. Whereas that's completely different in the album version. I prefer the album version, obviously that's why I released that one mainly. But yeah, I don't know, I just really love it. I think it's really cute. So now let's go on to the single choices. So Travel the Earth is the first single, the lead single from the album, and that was released on the 20th of April 2017 to my YouTube channel as an audio. Fun fact, I filmed about a 2.5 minute music video. If I can get that, because it's on my old iPod, I will actually put it in here. And it was actually really fun to make. I wish I finished it. But yeah, no. I wanted the single cover to match this kind of like spacey kind of vibe I was going for. So it's a grey background with a pink kind of like square and me in the middle of that with like thin text that I kind of got inspired by like Kylie Minogue's Body Language, where she had like thin kind of text and stuff like that. And I'm like outlined in like blue and green just to get that like kind of space kind of vibe. This has, as of now, 163 views on my YouTube channel, which is, I believe, one of my most viewed songs on there. And so that's really cool. I remember there was actually kind of like hype around it, I guess. I don't know. But other than that, like, yeah. You're Going Crazy for Them was released on the 19th of May, 2017. And that was originally a promo single, but it got 145 views, and because of that I changed it to the second single, just because I thought I already released a promo single, I don't need a second. So yeah, I'm glad I did it. I really like the song still. The cover art is a blue background with a Polaroid that has Lee You're Going Crazy for Him, because at this time I don't want to put my last name on YouTube. I don't know why, so I just put Lee You're Going Crazy for Him. Who knows, maybe one day I'll return to just being called Lee, but as of now, I like my name as it is. Mind Turning Grey is the third single, and that was released on the 25th of August 2017. This has 87 views, and the single cover is a black and white photo of me with like, it's got like this filter that has like kind of like stained paper and stuff on there to match with the lyrics, the meaning of the song. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's probably my favorite single cover out of the three. Nothing more to say about that. It got 87 views, and yeah. On the same day, 25th of August 2017, I announced the Glitch Experience release date, which didn't actually turn out to be the correct release date. I said that it was going to be released on the 29th of August, and instead it wasn't. So, you know, I got caught out for my lie. So that's fun. Instead, the Glitch Experience was released on the 3rd of November 2017. I kind of had this like drive at the time to release it, and I was like, you know what, let's release it today. I think it was a Friday, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, the 13 tracks, they were all released on a Friday. What people also don't know is that I recorded a cover of The Cure by Lady Gaga. I didn't put it on there for copyright, even though I probably could have, but I'm not too sure on that one. There was no tour for the Glitch Experience. If there was, I mean, there was meant to be a live stream that I did for its anniversary of 1 year in 2018, but that didn't happen. Instead, I did this like unlisted, for some reason, recap, which was very minimal. It wasn't like as long as this, of the album. And I don't know, maybe I should go back and like perform more songs off each of these albums, or like dedicate a show each to each album. That would be cool. So if you guys want that, then please let me know, because I want to do more things what you guys want me to do, because that's what makes it more interesting, and that's what gives me more of an insight as to what you guys want me to do. So really, after the album was released, that was the end of the Glitch Experience era. For a while I had the album on private, and then I put it on public. So yeah, that's basically that. I may put some like more stuff in. If I find more stuff from the era, I'll definitely put some stuff in. I think I released every single song that I made apart from the cover of The Cure. I don't know. Let me know what your favourite songs from the album is. Personally, I'd say my favourites are Travel the Earth, Control, Broken Promises, and Disco Heart. So maybe I should like do something with those songs. I don't quite know. But yeah, let me know what you think. To me, this album for some reason gives off like a 90s vibe, especially with the album cover, which I can talk about. It's got the pixel kind of effect going on as the Glitch Experience. It has overlaying text, the Glitch Experience, and my name in thin text once again. A black and white photo to kind of show the somewhat dark meanings of a lot of the songs. and the text in bright to show, you know, the production of the song is very different, or for most of them anyway. So yeah, thank you everyone so much for listening to this first episode of Behind the Music. The next one will be on the Dark Moon era, which we'll have more to go into because that had music videos. I kind of just started, you know, getting full on into the music kind of vibe at that point. So show that this episode might not have been as interesting, but it should get more interesting. Have a good day, and I cannot wait to go into the Dark Moon era with y'all. So your stop at the Glitch Experience train has now ended. Please get off and get ready for Dark Moon. Love y'all. Bye.